Welcome back to lioden. I have no idea what episode this is, but I think we're starting a new event. I think. One lion that may leave soon. Lovely, lovely. I'm too tired for this shit. No wonder I couldn't see. I didn't have my glasses on. I'm sorry, guys. I'm tired and I'm stressed out, so I might not be the most animated of personalities right now. But I need to get things filmed and done. So, let's see the news post, I think. June events. Go to inbox. Rollover summary. Coal River. Starshine aged up. Let's go. Let's see what they brought back. A Leechwee carcass. Lovely. Lovely. Why am I sending out a full hunting patrol? Oh, I only just sent out 3 of them. I'm not doing okay, guys. And I have a map part to do. Starkland, somewhat help me. If I keep going like this, I'm gonna end up in another psych ward stay. Finish patrolling. White sand. Good job, I guess. Patrol. Event. Let's head over here. Okay, so we have 0 cathodic snakes. Let's go to Rise of the Serpent. Warning, this story contains anime scenes which may potentially trigger photosynthesis epileptic seizures. View at your own discretion, and since this is a YouTube video, I'm going to go ahead and turn the animations off to be on the safe side. A massive earthquake sends waves of tremors through the lands. You feel like this one is stronger than you feel like one is stronger than the many others you've experienced before. You climb onto a nearby Kobji hill that towers over a valley. You see the ground moving as if it was made of water, shifting in waves, crashing into each other, causing dust to explode into the air. A shiver under your skin makes you realize how monumentally frightening this is. Okay, I need to make my screen bigger. How is it possible, after all, for the earth to move this way? Is it the end of times? With a loud, thunder-like roar and a breathtaking rift rips through the horizon in the final, biggest earthquake. The ground opens up like the throat of a gazelle hunted down by a lioness. Massive clouds of dust and dirt shoot into the sky like an eruption from a dormant volcano. Along with the debris and clouds of dirt, you spot a shape lifting itself from the chasm. It's gigantic, and you feel like it's a living being, albeit it's difficult to see. Two red glowing eyes fixate on you as a loud roar echoes through the valley. Your body feels paralyzed, almost hypnotized. You cannot look away, despite the dust eating into your nose and lungs, making every breath a painful experience. A few painful moments pass, and you realize the eyes aren't there anymore. Where Were they ever really there? Maybe it was just a hallucination caused by the gas the earthquake ejected. It would be unwise to stay in this dust, so you forced your body to listen and turned back home, coughing and hacking during the journey. The landscape was changed by the rift's eruption. You hope it won't last long. Go back to your den. There is no sunset today. The dust The dusty sky only got darker, so dark that your feline eyes can barely see the nearby area. Your pride cuddles with you, scared of tomorrow. You feel uneasy, but your words spoken to your family are chosen carefully to assure them that everything will be okay and that you will protect them. Their warm, soft bodies soothe you and make you sleepy. You succumb to the dreams, and as if they were a safe escape from the unknown fate of your pride. You start dreaming. Your dreams are so lucid, you sleep so deep that you feel trapped. You can't wake up. You're roaring in anger and fear. You dream of clouds swirling around the sun and swallowing it. The shapes and colors begin to change into something you don't remember ever seeing before. There's a celestial presence. It's soft, like whispers of your ancestors, and it finally makes you feel good. When a face begins to morph in its pulsing light, you consciously begin to realize that this is not a dream, but a vision. The lions. Something describe them in that way, but usually they need herbs to achieve this state. You try to embrace the presence and focus on the apparition. You feel like you should know. You want to understand the meaning. You need guidance in this terrifying time. And you feel thankful that this ancestor decided to appear to you. You hear the sounds of its voice coming through like an echo from afar, and whispering sounds so clear it's almost as if it were right next to your ear. I'm not your ancestor, lion. It speaks like it knows your thoughts. You have dreamt many times before wherein we spoke of this moment, but I chose for you not to remember. Perhaps it is why you think of me as your kin. I am, however, a god. This is the only state of your mind that can comprehend my presence naturally. My name is Shai. Shai? And I am an ancient concept of fate. Your time has come to take your path, as your life has been interrupted by great evil. You need to choose your way so that you can save yourself and your family. With the help of a dormant god, I will describe the paths for you, but you must be aware that although I can reset your path later on, your final fate cannot be changed once you awaken a god to be part of your life forever. Listen closely. The god morphs into different shapes in your vision to help you remember what you saw during the eruption. You have witnessed the awakening of the Serpent of Chaos. This was not supposed to happen during the great slumber of the gods. This is too early. They are weak, forgotten. The serpent woke up during this time to take advantage of this. Thankfully, the demon is weak as well, but still stronger than living creatures, such as yourself. He wants to kill the sun, to gain power from darkness and overcome the gods. You looked into his eyes when he arose, binding your fate with his death. You've inhaled his breath, the very first one on this world. You shall inhale his last. You cannot kill the serpent yourself, but you can awaken The gods whose temples were freed by the rift. There are 3 beings that couldn't be asked to defeat the chaotic demon. Although not all of them are warriors, it is unfortunate that only one of the gods is a skilled fighter, but with your help, any of them are capable of the task. Once you approach the rift, you will only be able to open one of the temples, so I will present you with a vision of each god. This way, you can choose your path, and Allah and your ally along with their gratitude. Listen. At one point in the future within each temple, you will see an altar dedicated to me. A trace will let you come back in time and do everything all over as many times as you desire, but that moment will be available only before your final fate is sealed. Seth, the god of war, the desert, and the power of raids. Bast, the goddess of loyalty, light, and life. Anubis, the god of the dead, the transition of afterlife and everlasting death. You are lucky to have options, Lion. You will be able to awaken a god into a physical vessel, and it'll help you become strong. The vessel will join you in your fight against the Serpent of Chaos and its minions who swarm the land. Tell me about Seth. My mom's lost her blanket. I don't know why she thinks I have it. I hoard enough blankets. My eyes are watering. This episode's gonna be longer than normal because I want to get this all done. If you approach Seth, his battle fury will help you smite enemies in battle. He will fight alongside you and deal great damage to your foes. He will reward his servants with tokens related to war, decay, in the desert. His final gratitude will come in the form of a gift to your body, a fur-changing spell, favor of Seth, and a coat named Shah. Tell me about Bast. If you approach Bast, she will do everything to protect the sun and her loyal friends. She will make sure the enemies will not hurt you badly during battle. She will also reward you with tokens related to loyalty and light. Her final gratitude will come in the form of a gift to your body, a fur-changing spell, favor of Bast, a coat named Alabaster. Tell me about Anubis. If you approach Anubis, he might be reluctant, for he is not a warrior, but he has a great power of death, though which may help you deal great, deadly critical blows in battle. He will reward his priest with a token related to death in the dark night. His final gratitude will come in a gift for your body, a fur-changing spell, favor of Anubis, a coat named Velvet. And I kind of want to check out the wiki real quick just to see what each god gives you. And see what each of the final fur gifts look like. I kind of want to do Anubis. Like, seriously. Let's see what their coats look like. The Anubis base, Shaw base, and the Velvet base. Let's go with Anubis, because I also really like that black vase. I have learned enough. Good. When you wake up, you will remember everything of this time. Be careful, as the serpent's minions will follow you and attack you. The serpent saw a lion in his future when he was sleeping. He wants all lions dead to be safe. Fight off the minions, even though they are strong. Soon, one of the gods will join your struggles and help you become the chosen warrior. Collect coppery beetles, trade with Yubashi. Yushabiti. Yushabiti. The temple servants. You can acquire rewards from the royal tomb chambers. You should visit the rift when you wake up. Think of your options. Choose a path to help you. Choose a path. Help the cult you want to side with. Restore their power. Get even stronger. And then smite the serpent of chaos. Or else he will swallow the sun. Shai's voice fades away. The dream is collapsing. You open your eyes. Your body is violently twitching. The vision is over, but you're sure it wasn't all just a dream. The sky, even in daylight, is dark and grim, just as it was when you were falling asleep. You spot dark, slithering snakes circling your den. Perhaps it would be best to check out the temples now. Go to the rift. You walk back to the chasm where the serpent rose from smells of sulfur and has begun filling with lava. You run your eyes along the crumbling cliffs. It's difficult to miss the tall obelisk in the distance, overshadowing dozens of temples uncovered by the earthquakes. You spot many more obelisks that just didn't quite make it. Below them, some temples are collapsed completely. Some are entirely inaccessible. But just as Shai said, 3 gates appear untouched still. There are no bridges, and everything is destroyed. They look unreachable. There seem to be no other way, but there are no paths and nowhere to climb down safely. You sit down and comprehend how to reach any of the temples. Until the sun creeps out of the clouds and casts a shadow. Of course, you need to tip the obelisk to create a bridge indeed. It does mean that you can only choose one god to awaken, and there will be no way to access the other temples. Shai mentioned that you could go back in time to pick a different path in case the god you've chosen is not what you expected. So which temple will you tip the obelisk towards? Anubis. You make your choice, gather all your strength, and place your paws in the obelisk. With a fierce roar, the already damaged structure cracks under the pressure of your power. The giant stone slab falls into place with a loud thud, and, thanks to its sturdy composition of granite, it does not break in the middle. You have created a bridge to the Temple of Anubis. Stand on obelisk. You slowly stand at the feet of the fallen obelisk and look at the temple before you. The entrance reminds you of a tomb. The open passage lets you gaze into the cold darkness that hasn't been touched for thousands of years. The smell of sulphurous gases make you dizzy. This passage won't be a fun stroll. You cross the bridge slowly. It is dangerously narrow. Dust and pebbles crack under your weight. You look down and immediately regret it. As you see lava flowing into the chasm below you, you take a slow, deep breath and walk towards the temple a little faster. Thankfully, the obelisk lays still. It doesn't seem as if it will be falling anytime soon. You take a few steps and allow your eyes to adjust to the darkness of the tomb. You have heard about the ancient culture of Egypt before, but you have no idea that the gods fell into a deep slumber until the world was ready for their assistance again. Moreover, you had no idea they could interact with mere animals like yourself. You look around the corridors admiring the hieroglyphics, paintings, and sculptures dedicated to Anubis. The tomb is very old, and you see that it's cracked in several places due to the earthquakes, but it looks like it's safe to stay here. You notice a few chambers, some sealed tight, others open, and stacked full of artifacts, vases, sculptures, and offerings. It does not look like It does not look like a place where an ancient god would sleep. It looks like one of those temples where women worship Anubis. You see a chamber filled with amazing artifacts and sculptures dedicated to the god. You approach a stone golem in the shape of a jackal. Crack. As you approach, a stone golem in the shape of a jackal cracks and moves, looking at you warily. It must be protecting the tomb from looters, and it's the first sign you've seen that the supernatural presence of Anubis is indeed filling this place somehow. You decide to step back and check out another chamber where rows of scaro I can't pronounce shit like this. Filled with ancient mummies of priests, sarcophagi? Is that sarcophagi? I guess that's what sarcophagi. Is that really the plural for sarcophagus? I guess. Of ancient mummies of priests and servants can be seen. Some are partially destroyed. Everything seems dead. You walk around until you notice a golden altar covered in sand and dust. It's very dark, but when you blow at it to dissipate the dust, you notice the altar is actually a coffin with Anubis glyphs carved all over it. You don't understand it, but these pictures make a completely clear point. You stand up and push hard, moving the lid just enough for it to fall and uncover what's inside. In a royal gilded sarcophagus, a small black curled mummy of a canid creature is lying there, smelling like some kind of ancient incense. You gently morale at the mummy, but nothing happens. You feel a little perplexed as to what you should do next, as the vision gave you very little direction on how to behave. A little scared that it would offend the god, but left with no other choice, you reach out and gently touch the dry, black body. The warmth of your paw and the energy that sparks from you is visible and audible, like a stronger version of static shock that always happens when when a cub is playfully rubbing against your fur. The mummy opens his eyes, staring at you with an eerie blue glow. When it slowly turns its head towards you, you can hear rustling, as if the dry tissue is crackling and stretching. So it's so overwhelming, unnatural that you feel absolutely frightened. You know you have to speak. Be brave. My lord of the underworld, I have come to serve you. Okay, I love the art for this game. It's seriously great. And I think I'm gonna end this right now and then finish this in the next episode, so stay tuned for that.